sleeping. But if you had told me that I would be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, I would have legitimately thought you were crazy. But this is where I end up creating space for myself, which I don't normally get in other parts of my day when everything is coming at me. So if I don't do this, I end up feeling kind of suffocated and even, well, a little bit reactive. Now, if you're trying to wake up earlier, there are several things that you have to understand before making this happen. Number one, identify what it is that you want your ideal day to look like. Like, what do you want your morning routines to look like? What do you want your evening routines to look like? You cannot establish something without clearly identifying what it is that you want. Number two, you gotta get consistent. So in other words, you have to go to bed at the same time every evening and wake up at the same time every morning, because the body loves routine. And if that just means in the beginning that you gotta go to bed like 15 minutes earlier and waking up 15 minutes earlier for a period of time, maybe a week, until you can gradually get to those earlier times, then do that. But stay consistent with it, because again, the body loves routine. So I figured that I would share with you what my routine looks like on a day that is especially going to be a bit crazy, because we are leaving Kaslo, BC in the interior of BC, and we're heading over to pit stop to Osoyoos, BC, which is where our storage facility is, before we head to Salt Spring Island, which is where we're going to be settling for the Canadian winter during this pandemic. And you're going to notice that my routine doesn't just fall by the wayside because things get a little crazy. But here's the thing. I allow my mornings to be flexible in the respect of what I do during those mornings, because number one, I live a nomadic life. And number two, I'm a woman, and I and you need to adjust how we actually show up during different phases of the month based on our menstrual cycle. When we adjust our morning routines based on what's called an infradian rhythm, which is essentially flowing to the flow of our cycles, not only will our adrenals thrive, but our hormones in general will thrive. We'll wake up earlier, we'll have an easier time doing so, and we won't feel so darn burnt out. Speaking of which, if you're struggling with burnout and adrenal fatigue, believe me, I get it. I've been down that road, and it's the reason why that I created my adrenal fatigue repair kit based on what's helped me, and it'll help you ditch the fatigue and gain energy in, no joke, as little as 7 days. So to grab it, click the link in the comments right now, and let's get started. For me, a non-negotiable morning routine is first drinking 24 ounces of water with a pinch of sea salt. The sea salt helps us to efficiently hydrate. Drinking water helps to move the bowels, flushes our body of toxins, jumpstarts our metabolism, fuels our brains, and helps to balance our immune system. My next non-negotiable is my Swiss cacao ketones, and really this acts as brain fuel for me. It also puts my body into a fat-burning state within half an hour. My non-negotiable after that is sitting in front of my Joovv Mini for about 15 minutes, because light signals to the body that it's time to wake up. Okay, so this is where I slowly drink my ketones and wake up. And I wanted to share with you, despite looking a little demonic, that I'm not only using the red light on my Joovv, but I'm also using the near infrared light. And this is the reason why that I get up close to help to support my thyroid. Studies showed that near infrared light improves thyroid function and reduces thyroid peroxidase antibodies by 39%. While I'm doing my red light therapy, I'm usually listening to something to fuel my spirit. Once that's done, I get comfy and I do my next non-negotiable morning routine, and that is my 15-minute breathwork practice. This is where I utilize my essential oils because I find it helps me to go deeper into my practice. My favorite is either frankincense or black spruce, which is super grounding. Okay, so fun fact about black spruce. Out of all the essential oils, It has the highest vibrational frequency of 500 megahertz. Now, as a reference point, the human body has a vibrational frequency between 60 and 70 megahertz. And so when our vibrational frequency is much lower, we start to feel really run down and tired, even depressed, and that's really not how I want to start my day. Next, I'll take the dogs out to get in some movement.
Wanna go poo-poo? Oh God. Okay, so here's a tip for you. When you wake up in the morning, don't check your phone. I know a bunch of you guys are doing that, but the reason why is because you're just bombarding yourself with information first thing. Have some boundaries around communication. I can't tell you how important this is for managing adrenal fatigue, especially if you have thyroid issues. It's so important. Just don't do that to yourself first thing. Get out into nature, and I wish you could see the mountains, but a lot of the clouds are covering the peaks of them. But you know, whether that's like a walk around your block or something, do that first. Do that first. Don't go on Facebook or Instagram, okay? But if you do go into Instagram, you can follow me. Shameless plug. Sexy food therapy, but just wait until you're done your morning routine before you go and follow me and say hi.
Every morning I get some sort of movement, but it depends on where I'm at in my cycle. It may just be a simple walk because I'm on the first 2 days of my period and I need rest. I used to get so down on myself for not being consistent until I realized that consistency is, well, bullshit. With the exception of your bedtime and your wake up times, because I do believe that you have to establish a routine. So now I focus on being committed, because honestly, you're never going to stray from something that you're committed to. And for someone like myself who is a total high achiever, I find that this just takes off so much pressure. During the first half of my cycle, since the body is in more of that rest and digest state, I find that I can actually push myself a little bit harder in my workouts, whether I'm working out outside of my RV or even in a hotel room. Then, during the second half of my cycle, I'll lower the intensity since our bodies tend to go into more of a fight or flight state. After whatever my movement is, I'll get into the shower and I always end it with cold. Okay, so I am going to end my shower with ice cold water. This is really important when you are trying to rebalance your circadian rhythms, because it's really important to manage those cortisol levels. Otherwise, you're gonna feel tired in the morning and then wired tired at night or flat throughout the day. So this is kind of jolting the body to be like, okay, I'm awake. And it's really good because it lowers inflammation. It's great to help to burn fat as well, but I like to actually have it along my thyroid. It goes down my chest, down my belly. You certainly can get your whole body wet if you'd like, but if you want to ease into it, I would do at least 10 to 15 seconds. Let's start to breathe. So, all right, we're gonna do this. Never will I ever complain about how cold my water was back when I lived in an apartment, because when you're in an RV, your pipes and your tanks are all exposed to the elements. So that was 20 seconds of freezing cold water. But, like I said, you feel so much better afterwards. It just sucks every single time beforehand. So if I can do it, so can you. To make sure I do my eyebrows, because if you are a kid who grew up in the 90s, you probably butchered these. Next, I'll make my Peak Matcha Latte, which I absolutely adore. I make it every single morning. And if you want to get that recipe, then make sure to check out the last video I did here on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, that's it for my morning routine. It's time to clean this place up and get the heck out of here. This was exactly not the weather that I wanted to travel in. All right, guys, we're doing it.
That we are.
Off to Osseous. Alright, so I'm probably not the best when it comes to being a passenger.
Nope.
I have my trusty brake, imaginary brake. Anybody else think that there is an imaginary brake on the dashboard, the passenger dashboard? If that's you, drop it in the comments, just curious. But I am getting a little better.
Oh, is this for me to answer? Yeah, you are.
Kinda.
And lastly, usually I'll be at my desk to start my day at 8 a.m. latest.
Now, I know many of you guys might be watching this thinking, this is totally unattainable. I'm so burnt out, I'm crispy. I get it, I've been there, and I've also worked with thousands of women who've been in similar shoes as you. And this is the exact reason why I created my free adrenal fatigue repair kit that will help you get back your energy in literally 7 days. So if you want to grab it, make sure that you click the link in the comments. Oh, and if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, drop a comment below, and share it out with the world. And if you want to peek at my nighttime routine, don't worry about it, I got you covered. So stay tuned for a video to come.
And you better get there early, because she's a grandma, goes to sleep at like 4.
I don't go to sleep at 4.
The sun hasn't even set yet.
Shut up. It's early, but it's not 4 p.m. Anyways, stay tuned. So how did I do parking this thing?
Good.
Just good?
Yeah.
I f***ing rocked it. So what do you think of my outfit, babe?
Sexy.
People-
It's homeless chic.
It's homeless chic. This is what life looks like. On the road, we have these amazing wool matching socks. We've got,
They match, so you are somewhere.
yeah. I changed my top. I swear to God, I changed my clothes. I'm wearing the same hat. I changed my clothes, right, babe? Right? Right?
Why do you think I keep walking away from you?